Previously on Describe Your Kill.
If every problem is solved with the blood of our enemies, we run the risk of all drowning in it.
Stand down. I will not see more lives spilled in my name.
Well, I suppose if we're going to sit here, we may as well put our cards on the table both figuratively and literally.
She is holding a card called the Rakshasa. It appears that Lord Drustin has been acting on his own volition. So an alliance. Is that your suggestion?
If you would have it.
Or you could leave your cards in our safe possession and leave the stairs forever.
As you shake on it, the tentative agreement between yourselves, Raflin screams out in an unearthly voice, I told you not to trust them! Good evening and welcome back, everybody, to Describe Your Kill.
Yes, it is.
Wednesday night. Feeling fine. The sun is shining here in Norfolk. How about you, boys?
Yes, over here. It's the best.
I'm clearly in a different part of North.
We don't need to say that, but it's not raining, at least.
Hey, very good. My stepson is in the final week of his primary school year, so I've been enduring some of the social functions that one has to do, and it becomes immediately apparent when you turn up for this as a leavers barbecue how you spend some time there and you realize you've really made friends with absolutely nobody else. So you're sort of sitting on your little blanket and there's all these parents who are clearly like involved in the PTA and stuff. 2 hours feeling like you failed, but it was good fun. And we had to grab some McDonald's on the way home. So tonight's pre-chat is going to be very simple. What is your McDonald's order of choice? If you have free reign, if you're rocking up, you're a bit hungry, what is your McDonald's order? Jason, let's start with you.
I don't have a preferred order. Is I'll just go with whatever I'm feeling at the time. But I'm going to go, just for the sake of giving an answer, I'm going to go with something truly unhinged, like a filet of fish. Or...
Oh, shut up. Nobody orders that.
No. I do have a McDonald's adjacent store. Like everyone is, I did, my 3 to 6 months. Yeah, 3 to 6 months of service in a McDonald's.
Oh, did you?
And yeah.
Oh, former employee.
I love it how you don't know exactly how far you did
I still work there. Yeah, none of you know what I do. That's where I work. So, basically, they for the Filet-O-Fish, they certainly used to just microwave the same buns they use for the hamburger. And one time, as you do when you're, about 17, 18, just dicking around, with stuff, someone just chucked a Filet-O-Fish bun in the microwave and just set it for 5 minutes and walked off. Next thing you know, fire alarms going off, the restaurant's evacuated. It was... So, we also used to have the game of see how many nuggets you can fit in the 6-piece box with no one noticing. My record was 14. It was great because obviously you'd watch someone go sit down and open the thing. Fucking hell!
Yeah, still bring them back. Yeah. They're cold.
Jackpot. Oh, an ex-employee. Yeah. Okay. Do people actually order the filet of fish though? It can't be a big sell.
I mean, you can usually tell them when they walk in the door.
Right.
They all look a bit shifty. They all look a bit like Kimon, just.
Oh! Okay. Well,
so
let's
ask
yours.
Filet of fish.
Why do you like the filet of fish so much? What do they call? Do they have that in Germany, Kimon? The fillet
I think they do, but I only know that name as well, so it's the same name, I think. I think everything is just the same name. I'm personally not a huge fan of McDonald's, but if I am drunk enough to be convinced to go there, then it's usually just a few of these plant nuggets, because I really have bad experiences with their meat.
Oh, okay.
So they do vegan nuggets in
They do vegan
Europe?
nuggets. It's just
What?
There you go, Matt.
We don't get any sort of luxury like that over here.
No, it's just fried soy nuggets, but they're actually pretty fine.
Oh, they sound all right.
None of that for us.
Yeah, well, there you go, Matt. That's something to look forward to when we go and visit Kimon in November.
Yeah, where I will be dining.
The plant nuggies.
I told you they all look like Kimon. I told you it was spot.
So, Matt, obviously you are our resident vegan. Are you quite limited by choice at McDonald's?
Yes, well, I hadn't actually eaten at McDonald's for years. And then McDonald's introduced the McPlant. And then, unfortunately, I'm embarrassed to say that it's become probably about 3/5 of my weekly diet. So,
really?
No, I've been very restrained in recent months. But when I was before I moved up north, I was living very, very close within walking distance of a McDonald's and going through a hard time. So, those things kind of equate a frequent visit to McDonald's. So, yeah, I was single-handedly sustaining the McPlant quota in Norwich before I moved. So, there we go.
It's bad when you go to the drive-through, say, like, the guy goes, "Oh, yeah, you're right." And I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's bad when they recognise you.
Yeah, it's bad when they recognise you. Chris, what's your, dare I ask, what's your McDonald's order of choice?
You look distressed.
Probably, well,
come on, hit us.
I have not really eaten McDonald's in the past couple of years, probably since COVID. But if I was to push, I'd probably have a Big Mac, 6 nuggets, and Fanta.
Okay, so the Big Mac meal plus the nugs.
Yeah, plus nugs.
Chicken Select. Don't overlook the Chicken Select at McDonald's. It is excellent.
My son, on the other hand, will have like nuggets in a Happy Meal, and he'll like actively choose like the carrot sticks or the pineapple, not the fries. And I'm like, you really, my son? Like,
I mean, it does seem like a Chris move to pull. So yeah, I think there's no.
I get disappointed at him.
Okay.
There's no paternity test needed there. That's your son, all right.
Okay.
Who's the nerd with the carrot batons? Kill him! Kill the nerd. Bless him.
Batons.
Carrot baton.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, gentlemen, it is time. Shall we play some Pathfinder?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, kill him. Kill him all.
Okay, let's go.
So last week you managed to, well, let's be honest, Jason playing clutch last week for all of you.
Yes, thank you, Jason.
Pulling you from the jaws.
Thanks, Chase.
The veritable jaws of defeat by saving Aaron and Wilhelm, who both, of course, got knocked down in a single turn by Carbelda Ombren. Talked your way out of it very nicely. Did a little bit of healing. And Carbelda gave you the audience with Aradeth, who was just in the next chamber, which is where we start tonight's session. You're in this room, just as a reminder of the bookshelves, but rather than books, there are these shelves with narrow plates of stone or steel, all kind of in these messy piles. There's some on the desk, on the cabinets, on the shelves, etc. And you do, of course, meet Aradeth. I think probably taking a couple of you by surprise. Certainly, Aaron, not used to speaking to the fancy folk, such as Aradeth. You then go on to form this tentative alliance by the end of the session. Quite a lot of exposition, which I really enjoyed. I think I could hear some of the pieces falling into place. A couple of, okay, this is what's going on and how you've ended up Storval Stairs. She, of course, told you that Lord Drustan is on his way back to the Storval Stairs, but Lupin again taking the lead on some very nice role play. I will allow you to roll that hero point over, Jason.
Thank you kindly.
And Matty, of course, you are due a birthday hero point from last week.
Yeah,
it's given away.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, a very nasty combat coming up.
Think of something quick.
I swam 1.25 kilometers today.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Why did you do that?
He couldn't find the ladder.
That's good. So you are in this office, and then Aradeth was not guarded, I guess, but there was a guard in the room with her, Raflin, and his pet dog, cat, hench, furry creature, which we haven't yet identified. Clearly, he didn't trust you. As the conversation went on, though, Lupin shook the hand of Aradeth. This causes Raflin to begin casting a spell and attack Aradeth, saying, "I told you not to trust him." Very annoyed. So, gentlemen, we will start tonight's episode of The Death of Destiny by rolling for initiative.
No way. Oh, Malachi.
Okay, that's a natural 12 for 34 for Lupin.
Oh,
natural 16 for 39 for Wilhelm.
That's good.
Natural 6 for Malachi, 29.
And a 22 for Aaron.
Oh,
caught by surprise.
Yes, indeed. In fact, so caught by surprise, I am going to allow Raflin to get this spell off. Aradeth is going to have to roll a save against the spell that Raflin casts at her. Let's go ahead and roll that now. So that is a fortitude save for Aradeth. Here we go. Ooh, and fails, but because the spell has the incapacitation trait, it will count as a pass. So Aradeth does manage to shake off the more critical effects of the spell, but is going to be sickened one and turns in surprise and just glares at Raflin, who is behind her. It is round 1, and Aradeth did roll the highest initiative. So she, for her first action, stands up. She is holding a staff. And now if I click this button in Boundary, it should
do absolutely
there
nothing.
We go.
She's gone.
Turns her into her battle form. Look at this artwork.
Oh, very cool.
That is good.
It's very evil.
Holding a staff. Stands, turns round. As she does so, the staff extends as she goes into the twisting tree ability. Anyone remember that one?
Is that a Phipps reference?
It is. Phipps is the same type of magus.
I'm sure she will appreciate the comparison.
You remind me of a dog I once knew.
How dare you, Raflin? What gives you the right to it? You will pay for your insolence.
And she casts a spell.
I am going to react as... No, just kidding.
As electricity sizzles from the staff that Aradeth holds straight towards Raflin, and who is going to have to roll a reflex save out of the way of the electric arc and fails. So is going to take 23 points of electricity damage. You do notice that the cat hench-like creature is in a battle-like stance right next to Raflin. And that is Aradeth's turn. Wilhelm, across the table from Aradeth. What do you do?
Seeing these spells flash before him, he almost instinctively jumps over the table toward the guard that just attacked Aradeth, and in one swift motion draws his rapier and attempts to attack the guard that just tried to attack them.
Okay.
So that would be all 3 of his actions.
All right,
But
then.
that is 1 strike. Natural 19 for 47.
That's going to be a big gold critical hit for sure. Yeah.
Ah, yes. I needed that after weeks of not rolling one. Oh my god.
That's awful
just
roll.
for the listeners, that's half the dice were minimum damage. Okay, that is a total of still 40. It's still
40 points of damage with Sadisarax on Raflin.
Yes, and that is that does make the guard off guard until the beginning of Wilhelm's next turn. And it deals 9 damage to his armor.
9 damage to his armor. Let me just bring up my armor tracker. See if this works. No, it doesn't. Right, fuck it.
Isn't AI great?
I don't think 9 would do a lot, so let's just ignore that for now.
Yeah, okay. All right, Wilhelm, thank you very much. Lupin, you have just finished your discourse with Aradeth, but have been attacked by her guard, Rafflin. What do you do?
So Lupin will was already standing, but will draw his sword cane and will move around the table to essentially be standing next to Aradeth, looking at Rathlin. And then for his third and final action, Lupin is going to exploit vulnerability on Rathlin. That is a 9 for 33, so that's a success. And he doesn't appear to have any weaknesses, so I will take the personal antithesis.
Okay.
And that is turn.
Thank you, Lupin. It is the creature's turn. The hench, cat, dog, 8-armed mad thing. And it's going to scarper around the room, staying out of reach of Wilhelm's nasty sword that he just saw, attacking its master. And it's coming round to Malachi to have a big old bite.
Off me! Like dogs.
That was the skulls. Need a different noise. Do they? I wonder if they speak. Let me have a look. No, I don't think they do. Oh, that's a shame.
Common.
I'm going to eat you. Here comes the bite attack from the creature. Oh, not great. 30 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay, I will make a second attack then. I may as well, seeing as I'm here. Natural 20. That will do it. Yes.
Yes, that is a critical hit.
Critical hit. Okay, then here comes your critical damage.
Get off my leg, you mangy dog.
48
oh my gosh.
points of damage for you. And
Fuck me.
you're going to be taking 1d6 critical bleed as this creature rips a big chunk out of your thigh. Malachi. Right, it is your turn, though. You follow the creature.
With the bite on his... with the bite on his leg from this mangy creature, like shaking it off. He turns to what's the guy's name? Rafflin. Turns to Rafflin and goes, "My name is Malachi Bordello, and you killed my mother, possibly my father. Prepare to die."
He got a bit lost in that.
Oh, I love it.
That reference.
He's working on his promos. You killed my father.
Maybe leave the one-liners to me, my boy.
I love it. I don't know why Malachi thinks this guy killed his dad either, or his mum. That's fucking mental.
That's fine. I saw him last week.
No, you didn't.
He just wants to get in on the action because of last week, where those guys just kept saying, "You killed my wife."
Malachai's dead.
Yes, exactly. I was looking in the mirror.
But first, I need to kill this.
Go on.
I need to get this mangy dog off me. And you see his eyes turn black, and he outstretches a hand, and all the tablets on the table start to shake. Ooh. And fly in the direction of the dog creature in front of him, and he casts amped up telekinetic projectile.
So just quickly, amped up for our listeners, this is because of your psychic multi-class, is that right?
Absolutely it is. And all of these, take some objects in the room and make them fly with an attack roll at the creature. Okay. And it deals enhanced damage and possibly also allows me to move the creature as well.
Okay. So what do you have to spend to do those? Is that a focus point for amping? Is that right?
It's a focus point for amping.
Okay.
And I will... So what are these in the room, Craig? Are they probably bludgeoning damage, I guess? Are they
they are metal, but yeah, I'd say it's probably bludgeoning over slashing.
So I will now roll an attack against the creature with a plus 22. for a 34 to hit.
34 does hit.
As all of these tomes come flying at him. 29 points of damage, and he is pushed away from me 5 feet.
Oh, okay. As the telekinetic projectiles, these tablets, smack into the cat dog creature.
Right, and
that's 2 actions.
He starts singing, "What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Cat's Courageous Anthem to finish off his turn.
All right, Courageous Anthem is in play. Thank you, Malachi. Oh yeah, you got to take your 8 points max bleed.
Natural 20 on the check. Get in.
Natural 20 on the recovery roll. Okay, it is Rafflin's turn.
That could have been bad.
Wilhelm and Lupin have now both kind of almost stepped in to give Aradeth a bit of cover, but because he has reach with his halberd, he is going to get a chance to swing down with it. There we go. And he looks at Aradeth and goes, "I've followed you for too long, Aradeth. You're weak. You're weak-minded, and I will slay you if I can." Strikes with the halberd and does manage to hit Aradeth with a 37 against her armor class.
Lupin will use his reaction, and the amulet he has in his hand will glow blue, and a shield will appear in front of Aradeth, reducing the damage by 15 points.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you, Lupin. Thank you.
Lupin nods.
I don't suffer traitors gladly. Just a scratch, Rafflin. You're pathetic. I will take my revenge. What? This is so unlike you, so out of character. You traitor! You're a traitor to the Band of Blades, and I will kill you.
And swings again with the halberd. And misses, despite Aradeth's sickened condition, and then decides to take a step back away. At the bottom of round 1, have we got Chris? Sorry, did you have something there for me?
Oh. As he does so, as it's still going on, as he steps back, there's still a few of these things through these tomes pinging at the dog, and a further 66. As I made a little bit of a mistake, a further 66 worth of damage goes through on the dog.
How much damage then?
That's 19 points of damage.
And this is from the amp. You forgot to amp the amp damage, is it?
I add the amp damage. Yep.
All right, okay. I give that to the cat dog creature.
Thank you, sir.
Top of round 2. It is Aradeth's turn. Extends a finger and casts another spell.
I didn't take my turn.
Oh shit! I forgot Aaron.
Sorry, Matty. That was my.
Okay, Aaron. Sorry. Bottom of round 1.
Okay, so Aaron leaps up from the table. All of this happens so quickly, he just is very slow to react. He runs up next to Malachi for 1 action and then shoots forth an unraveling blast at the cat dog. And this is going to be a will save, please, from the cat dog.
Will save from the cat dog. Okay. Oh, it's not bad. 33.
Oh, that is a pass. So the cat dog will take half of this damage.
Ooh.
That's 59 points of mental damage halved.
What? What spell was that? Sorry?
That is one of Aaron's signatures.
It's his
Unraveling Harrow spell that removes one of the cat dog's possible futures.
Oh, yes. Yes, okay, got it. All right, very nice, Aaron. The cat dog creature does take half of that damage. All seems to go through.
Marvellous, that's my turn.
All right. Now it is Aradeth's turn, and she will cast a spell at Rafflin. You can stick to the cantrips, knowing that potentially a greater danger is not too far away, and casts Produced Flame. Ooh, and gets a 43 against Rafflin. That is a critical hit. And Rafflin takes 50 points of fire damage.
Oof.
She regrips her staff in both hands. Wilhelm, you are next. You are 10 feet away from Rafflin and from the cat dog hench creature.
Yes, as is to be expected, Wilhelm's first action will be stepping into melee range.
Did you say stride or step?
Step.
Okay.
And as a second action, Wilhelm will enter his dueling dance stance.
Oh.
To give himself that little AC buff.
Is that an interact action?
It is not.
Okay.
It just has the stance trait.
All
and
right.
As his third action, Wilhelm will strike at the guard with Sidiserax, who is no longer off guard, unfortunately. But
okay.
That is still a natural 16 for 45 to hit.
45 is a critical hit.
Thank God. Okay. Oh, that's some max damage on those D8s. Woo! That is 48 points of damage.
Oh, that really hurts.
With another 9 acid on top for the armor, which I don't think will matter, so yeah.
No, the armor will still be there for I think it's hardness 6, so yeah.
And he is
Huge
off
hit.
guard again.
Okay.
And that is Wilhelm's turn.
Thank you, Wilhelm.
Wilhelm, is he off guard to everybody?
Yes.
Thank you.
Until the start of Wilhelm's next turn.
All right, thank you, Wilhelm. A great turn there with a huge amount of damage. Raflin is looking rather unwell. Sidiserax carving him up. Lupin, you're 15 feet away from Raflin. What do you do?
Yep, so Lupin will see that halberd swinging around and will be cautious and is about to step in with his sword cane and thinks better of it as it sort of whiffs past his face. And instead spends his first action swapping over to his pistol.
Okay.
And he takes aim with the pistol and fires.
Ready? Aim!
You're letting me
Fire at will. No, his name's Raflin.
Hang on,
Please do not fire at Will.
Is he ruffling the cards? Oh.
Boo hiss. You can cheer that one, boys. That's a natural 20.
Yes! Oh dear. I think Raflin might not be long for this world.
On a firearm as well. Holy shit.
Yeah, so Lupin sort of peers down the pistol and
here we go.
just sort of laughs and fires at Raflin and deals. Oh, that's low. That's very low. At 37 points of damage.
Jason, would you like to go ahead and describe your kill?
I think Lupin is still very, very upset by Malachi's one-liner, and he sort of starts to come out with something, and he's just like, God damn it, you've ruined it! just lowers the pistol at the end of after shooting Raflin.
It is the cat dog and furry creature's turn, but seeing his master's head explode as Lupin's bullet rips into him and kills him, you can see that all fight leaves the creature. The bared teeth and claws are kind of withdrawn or retract, and he limps over, yelps, and just lays down next to Raflin's body and trying to lick the blood from the head that used to be there.
That's fucked up.
Starts chewing on a skull fragment.
And is going to not do anything else. Malachi?
It would appear that Terence has lost the will to fight now that his master has succumbed. I would suggest not wasting more resources. I've known him since he was a pup. It's unlike him to attack. Perhaps we say that combat is over for now.
Lupin nods and holsters his pistol. Yes, no sense in spilling further blood.
Okay, gentlemen, congratulations, you are out of combat. Yeah, a lot of blood from the enormous wounds, from the enormous wound. Fucking hell, I'm tired today. A lot of blood from the enormous wounds wreaked by Sidiserax and, of course, Lupin's gun. And the cat dog creature lays down with his master. Aradeth straightens her robes, looks to you and says, I am quite glad that we managed to resolve things diplomatically. You're clearly handy in a fight. Although it doesn't explain Raflin's sudden change of heart. He has been behaving odd of late.
impatient. Perhaps he merely had plans of his own design. Who knows? Fortunately, we can't ask him, Lupin. Your gun made short work of that.
Yes, well, it's what is done, but we should consider there have been unusual happenings here. Is it possible that he was perhaps under some kind of external influence? Whether magical or otherwise, I suppose. He could be being blackmailed, or...
I suppose it is possible, yes. I know he's formed a closer bond with Ndede of late, but nothing to suggest treachery, which is rare for a band of Blade. Certainly a Blade as low as Raflin, really, to have such thoughts. Delusions of grandeur, one might say.
Out of interest,
yes.
Was Raflin your personal bodyguard? Or was he merely here today as part of a wider assignment?
No, all Blades are rotated frequently. Raflin had a little bit of knowledge when it came to reading the Thessalonian texts, so I have heard him here slightly more often than others, but no, he's not my personal guard.
No, okay. There goes that theory.
Idiot.
Well, talking to idiots, I mean, I'm not the brightest of bunches, but...
I hadn't noticed.
The brightest of bunches?
Let him speak. Yes, Malachi.
Do you think that maybe, like, we shouldn't trust anyone now? He seems to... You said he was on your side. He clearly isn't.
Raflin, you mean?
Raflin, yeah.
Yes, as I said, it is most unusual.
But I think now, if we're going to leave this place, like, or getting ready, none of your band of Blades seem to be on your side now. Justin seems to got to him.
Perhaps, yeah.
And Ndede, we didn't untrust Ndede when he came out. Well, at least I didn't. I had plenty of eye contact with that man. He seemed kind of shifty too. And if you're saying that Raflin was involved with Ndede as well, then surely we can't trust him.
I would always err on the side of caution, but as you say, I've demonstrated my power. And if a Blade has turned rogue, of course, it's not ideal, but not really of worry. Drustin would be a far greater threat. But yes, it's possible that Drustin did get to Raflin, although Drustin's not been here for many weeks.
Doesn't mean he hasn't had communication with him, though. And I mean, you're still a little bit scary in your battle form there, by the way. Can you?
Yes. Yes, no, it's a one-time thing. I can't change it back, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I am now ready for action at all times for the rest of my life. I will always carry this book open in one hand and my staff in the other.
No.
You said that he killed your father, Malachi. I'm just wondering if you could expand on that slightly.
I mean, I'm kind of piecing things together. I didn't mean my father. I stumbled on my words a little bit.
It's a quote from his new play, A Bard's Bride.
Well, a play, you say? I used to be quite the thespian myself.
Yes, well, we all have that phase in our youth, don't we?
I'm sure.
I'm sure you were just curious.
Are you pegging her as a flower presser?
Do never peg me as a flower presser, ever. It is the one thing that I do not allow. Is to be pegged.
Flower pressing or pegging?
No, the combination of the two.
I'll allow all of my brothers in the Blades to be incestuous, but not that.
Well, we're in shenanigans mode. I'd like to revisit the extended eye contact between Malachi and Ndede. Where did this come from?
I was wondering.
No, he locked eyes with him as he left.
Yeah, I did.
And winked. Did you wink?
No, I just looked really shifty at him as I left. Yeah.
Didn't hear the saxophone music.
It is well documented that extended eye contact is the mark of a really powerful man such as yourself, Malachi. So congratulations.
Thanks.
Ndede has been a loyal treasurer of mine for some time. A very useful investor and financier. Yes, his morals are probably jaded compared to your own, but he has been useful, as all of my tools are. Wilhelm, you're very quiet.
What I would like to say, I don't think is in the best interest of any of us, so I will keep my mouth shut.
I'm an open book, and I'm holding one, Wilhelm. You are welcome to share.
I think perhaps our our efforts to get to know one another should perhaps wait until we've ensured we survive the next 24 hours.
Yes. Look, I fear I must speak to the remaining blades and prepare for Justin's return. I do not know when it will be. Tell me, have you considered the options I presented to you just a few minutes ago?
Yes, I can't think of anything that's happened since then that would have prevented a reasonable consideration of our options. Without wishing to speak for Aaron and Malachi, and I feel I've done quite a lot of speaking recently.
You have.
Speaking for me is okay, I guess.
I believe our spellcasters may need to rest, but perhaps there may be an option for myself and Wilhelm to investigate these statues, if Wilhelm doesn't need his 8-hour sleep, of course.
I can go for a couple more hours, In case you haven't noticed, I don't need that much sleep.
I can hear keyboards clacking away furiously.
I mean, that's why I was stumbling over my words, because, I'm so tired. It's ridiculous.
It is only 2 p.m.
Indeed.
We have killed an above average amount of human beings today.
We have, but we have been fighting continuously since 6 a.m.
Yes, a great many corpses of my blades do stain the floors of the Storval stairs. Those that do remain, I should wish to speak with and speak to them. As I say, it is...
There we go. We've saved you some time.
Yes. Quite the gentleman.
Just a little thing. Like, if we are, is there somewhere we can go and be, kind of safe from these people that are probably going to come and kill us, if you don't give them the word? And also that those stars, they nearly killed me. Is there a way around them? You clearly set that trap to stop us from going anywhere.
The trap does reset automatically after an hour. It's not a trap of my design. I wish I did have such power.
How the hell do you get in and out? Seems like you've chosen a very poor place to set a base of operations.
Well, Mr. Malice, there is a safe path, and she grabs a piece of parchment and sketches out which of the floor panels are trapped and which are not, allowing you to be able to travel through.
Okay.
Well,
thank you very much. But perhaps unrelated. Are you aware of any strangeness in the mess hall? Beyond what I'm sure is the usual for a large group of mercenaries.
Nothing comes to mind, no.
We, on our way in, we heard voices. Things appeared to be moving of their own accord. Yes, it sounded like laughter or something similar. As we were moving into the hall with the traps, a chair I had leaned against the door moved of its own volition when the door opened. I'm concerned we have had some challenges with creatures that are able to remain unseen.
No. I must say, Lupin, I've not heard of anything like this before. I've certainly had no reports of ghosts or poltergeist activity or anything like that. No, it's news to me.
Troubling.
I'd like to sense motive on that. Malachi would like to sense motive.
You can sense motive, yes. Secret perception check, please.
Specifically that she lied about it.
Malachi, she appears to be telling the truth.
It appears we need to make some decisions about what to do. It is still early afternoon. Perhaps do we have time to rest, and then we could perhaps investigate these statues overnight?
I wonder if we can get maybe some Band of Blades uniforms, and maybe these weird... we won't get attacked again by these traitors that...
I would suggest they know who you are.
I mean, speak for yourself. I'm not sure the colour is entirely suiting me, but...
If it's a fashion choice, then you feel free.
Can I ask about the statues? Do you know how to activate them? I did take a look earlier, and it seemed like there was some sort of panel of ice on the wall.
Indeed.
It looked like there was an indent, something could go there. Do you know what it is, or where we might find it?
She points to the tablets on the table in front of her. I have been studying that very thing, Aaron. It is my understanding from these notes that each of the statues are able to emit a great power, but require crystals to power them. I think placing a crystal within the frost area, I believe you found, would activate the statue's abilities, causing great damage to be fired from them for anyone approaching the Storval stairs. And it's also my understanding that these crystals are located much further north in the Storval stairs, 200 feet above the ground. There are chambers there, trapped, boundaries to Leng, and the crystals themselves are tended by what I can only translate as shining gardeners.
And you think that we might need to pass into Leng itself in order to find these crystals? Is that your understanding?
Passing into Len is not what I've translated, more so that the route to the crystals, the boundary on the way, is somewhat thin. Passing into Leng, I would suggest, should not be near the top of your agenda.
No, most certainly not. But if the veil is thin, then we should be wary of creatures of unimaginable horror. Could possibly be in the area, transcending that barrier.
Oh yes. I've only just recently discovered this information. I had, of course, found the entrances to the statues and the frames within. Interestingly, the one to the south is cold, the one to the north is hot. I'm imagining the powers are slightly different between the two. What will happen, I do not exactly know, other than it will emit a great power.
I suspect we may not need to worry too much about the one to the south.
Yes, well, it does say here something about a pole arm, and the weapon will become a weapon. Though perhaps it might still be functional.
Well, it is worth a try. Gentlemen, it seems we have a decision of sorts. I dare say, given the information we've been given, we perhaps should not be looking to venture off on our own, as I initially suggested. With that said, I don't think we can afford to not rest.
I agree. I think your plan, Mr. Malus, of resting in it and maybe pursuing the statues and finding these crystals at night before Lord Drustan arrives seems like the most optimal plan. We're in no shape to take on those creatures, whatever may be lurking there.
Agreed.
We do run the risk of not being at full strength when Drustan arrives, though, if we do that.
We're not at full strength now.
And if we have the power of the statues behind us, then I think it may be a risk that will pay off. I'm not a strategist by any means. I mean, Wilhelm, that's clearly your arena, but I don't know. I think it seems like something we could give us the edge.
Wilhelm looks kind of surprised by the statement that he is supposed to be the strategist. And he just says, if you guys think it's a good idea, then I'm with you all the way.
Is there a place where we could rest, Aradeth?
So, GM here. I think you can only rest every 24 hours, right? I don't think you can do a full rest at sort of 2 p.m. in the afternoon, is my understanding.
No, I think you have to spend 8 hours every 24 hours.
It's not been 24 hours yet.
Yeah.
You wouldn't wait 24 hours before resting, though, because that would mean you'd be...
24 hours before... From the point you start resting.
Within a 24-hour period.
So we would need to still spend like...
That 8 hours contributes, doesn't it?
Yeah, we still need to spend like at
24
least
hours.
6 hours, if not more, before we can actually... we can heal up a bit, but spell slots...
That may be what we have to do then, is if we can't do it that way round, we'll have to do it the other way round, is we'll have to heal up as best we can. And then we'll
you can
go.
wait and rest. Of course, that is an option for you, but you obviously don't.
No, we can't lose the time, because if Drustan is coming, then we need to just cover ground and just take the risk with our status at the minute, and then hopefully we'll have the statues and we'll be fully healed and charged up in the morning.
Go explore and then rest for the night.
So, I mean, we could spend an hour, Craig, couldn't we? We could spend an hour healing up.
You can do what you like.
Quite easily, couldn't we?
Need to spend that long, because we healed up before coming into the room, because I think we thought there was going to be a fight. So
Malachi and Wilhelm are looking pretty rough, though.
Okay, well, let's just do some healing then. Hey everyone, Matty here. As our poor heroes continue to get pounded at the Storval stairs, we yet again required a quick timeout for healing. A really simple summary for you. So Aaron and Lupin treat wounds on all party members, so around an hour of in-game time is spent doing that. That also leaves most party members near full on hit points, and a couple of healing potions were also chugged. So, back to the episode. Bye!
Alright, so you're all healed up. You are in Aradeth's office. She says, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to return to my chambers. Before I do so, Aaron, that cloak looks rather resplendent and familiar.
I really thought it made me look like a forgettable background character.
Yes.
So, no, I don't think you recognize it.
Oh, silly me.
It sucks that it's so recognizable then.
And
kind of defeats the whole purpose.
In fact, it's drab and uninteresting according to the description. But
yes, okay. Well, I will stay here a little longer and collect my notes before returning to my chambers. Am I right to assume then that you will be trying to find these crystals?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Exciting. There's a couple of there's a couple of scrolls.
For the DM.
A couple of scrolls that are inscribed on these plates. You may have use for them rather than parchment, appear to have been engraved into the metal itself. One is a scroll of Petrify, formerly Flesh to Stone, and one is a scroll of Planar Palace. A very fucking cool spell, if I don't say so myself.
So, sorry, what was the first one?
Petrify. It's in the chest there on the table.
And Planar Palace. Can I read the description for this?
I'd love you to.
Okay.
Have you got any healing potions as well before you launch into that?
Any what? Sorry.
Healing potions that we can.
Let me check my inventory. No.
Oh. Go on then, Matty.
Okay, so Planar Palace. You grow an extra-dimensional demi-plane consisting of a spacious dwelling with a single entrance. The entrance connects to the plane where you cast the spell, appearing anywhere within the spell's range as a faint, shimmering vertical rectangle, 5 feet wide and 10 feet high. You designate who can enter when you cast the spell, and once inside, you can shut the entrance, making it invisible. You and the creatures you designated can reopen the door at will. Inside the demiplane appears to be a mansion featuring a magnificent foyer and numerous opulent chambers. The mansion can have any floor plan you imagine as you cast the spell, provided it fits within a space 40 feet wide, 40 feet deep, and 30 feet tall. While the entrance to the mansion
big mansion, is it, to be fair?
It's quite petite.
I think it's just that's the spell size of it, but when you're inside, it's like a Mary Poppins bag.
And while the entrance to the mansion is closed, effects from outside the mansion fail to penetrate it and vice versa, except for interplanar teleport, which can be used to enter the mansion. So it's basically like we're creating a little mini Harrow Heart on the go.
Could that be where Stilton is?
Oh my god, wait. A staff of up to 24 servants attend to anyone within the mansion. These are like the servant created using the Phantasmal Minion spell, though they're visible, with an appearance you determine during the casting. They're all going to be Milton. 24 Milton. The mansion is stocked with enough food to serve a 9-course banquet to 150 people.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Excellent.
That would be a way cooler spell if we hadn't been able to do that from the moment we picked up the first Harrow card.
Can we put that permanently on Lupin's room in the Harrow Heart?
Yeah.
You cast it right inside his door, so when he opens his bedroom door, it opens into
the... more fitting for him.
There's 24 Groldos waiting for him. And then Lupin derobes and enters willingly.
I'm home.
Have at me, boys.
I was going to say enters what, but it's more enters who, isn't it?
All right. So that is all Aradeth has to offer to you. She has told you, I'll just reiterate that, just as a bullet point, if you like, that to be careful that the mural in the entrance area is likely trapped, that there is a thinning of the boundary between the material plane and Leng, and also that the crystals themselves are attended by shining gardeners. She busies herself. So, what do you do?
Let's make tracks.
Oh, it's exploring time.
All right.
Okay, so heading out of the office.
Shall I bring you all outside to save you negotiating the trap again? All right, 1 second.
More worried about getting fucked up by that ghost.
I will say that as you walk back through and you navigate the trap safely, which has reset, that you, in the mess hall, there were the remaining Cub Elder Tim Ostor, they were just having some stew and exploring the room that you'd obviously opened. They had no idea that it was there. You can hear a couple of them in there, but they don't cause you any problems, nod their heads, and let you pass, and you don't encounter any more spooky activity. Your makeshift barricade, Lupin, is still in place across the room that led back into the storeroom chambers as well. Okay, so I've brought you back out to the map. Now you're actually trying to head up there. Yes, it's just the very, very northeast, the very, very northwest of the map. And you see that the actual entrance in is 200 feet above the ground. So it's not going to be the easiest place to access. Over to you.
Okay.
Is it just basically a doorway without any sort of entrance in front of it? It's just a doorway in the wall of...
It's certainly part of the structure still, Wilhelm, but way higher than the rooms and the chambers you've been in already. It's, if you were to say step away from the stairs a little bit, descend and try and look up, it's obviously quite high. You can see that it's like a big entranceway, and inside is like a colonnade.
There's no stairway or pathway leading up to that.
Yeah, so you can see this room and there's columns in there. You can just about make out huge columns, but no, there is definitely no path up there.
Okay.
If you're scouting it, Wilhelm, you think you probably could climb it. There'd be a few athletics checks to get up there. It could be climbed. But yeah, it's pretty inaccessible up there. It's no one's probably been up there for some time unless they are able to fly or climb it.
I could transport to the top, and maybe we could tie our ropes together, and that should make it easier to climb. For the rest of you, I'd cast fly for you, but I'm feeling pretty out of spell energy at the moment.
I don't really have anything to help us with that as well, sadly.
Apologies, Craig. I didn't hear how high it is. Was it 200 feet?
Yes.
To clarify.
Okay, so I'm saying I'll teleport to the top, drop a rope down, so I'll get all of our... Because I think it's 50 feet we have each, right? So we can make a 200-foot rope to make it easier for you guys to climb.
High.
I know it's high.
What knot
but
are you
gonna
using?
Have to roll. I'll take Wilhelm's advice on that.
Going for classic reef knot?
Why not?
I didn't do scouts.
Wilhelm shows Aaron how to do the knot that he's been taught as a kid. The knot that only his people knew, that is unopenable unless you want to do that. Don't look it up. It's a fantasy thing.
Roll a crafting check.
I'm sure it is, mate. I'm sure it is.
That knot also basically makes the rope perfectly climbable, and
does it?
It also gives you a hero point.
It turns it into a ladder, almost.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Wow. What skill you have. Go ahead and roll your rope law check for me.
All right, give me a sec.
It's a natural 21.
Oops, sorry, that was Fiendish Law.
Yeah, why not?
That's a 27.
Okay, you managed to tie the rope together, so you now have a rope which is 200 feet long. Aaron, are you going to teleport or fly yourself up there?
So Aaron instantly translocates to the top of the platform, 200 feet in the air. He takes stock of his surroundings. So he sees a room filled with stone pillars and blood smeared on the floor. Does that look fresh?
It does not look fresh, no.
What else do I see in this room? Is it kind of bare stone walls, or are there murals in here?
Yeah, so Aaron, you teleport into this room. The inner walls of a colonnade, which is a column-filled room apparently, look out to the west across the Varisian lowlands. You've got a really good view from up here. 200-foot drop just a step away through the arches. If you peer over the edge, there indeed are your friends, rope in hand. Or you've got the rope probably, Ashley, have you?
I do. Imagine I teleport up there without it.
You've forgotten it.
See ya.
Oh, shit.
So,
Okay, Aaron, take that rope. Where's Aaron?
I'll tell you what, let's get everyone up first and I'll give you the rest of the...
Aaron throws the rope down.
And let's go with it. And
Yeah, oopsie. And he's using the knot that Wilhelm has just shown him. He's going to tie it around this column closest to the edge of the room.
Okay.
And he goes to the edge and he calls down to the others. Okay, I think it's secure, but just please be careful.
Roll rope law.
I'm not going to do that. I can roll Tundra Law.
Close enough.
Can I kind of try to instruct you with warfare law or something?
Just climb the fucking rope. Just climb the fucking rope. Okay, I need an athletics check from each of you. I'm going to lower the DC to 20.
Unfailable, guys. That one is unfailable. Look. Okay, thank God. That's a 34.
Okay, 34 pass. Wilhelm manages to climb up the rope.
Click mine and nothing
200
happened.
feet.
It says 25 on my screen for you.
Yeah,
Okay, yep, sorry. I seem to be having some issues.
it's okay.
That's a 27 from Malachi.
And Malachi also manages to pass, so you scramble up the rope. Do you leave it attached to the column?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can all now see this column-filled room. The rest of the description text for you. Within the room, carvings on the inner walls have almost completely eroded away, save for a vivid mural on the eastern wall that depicts 3 writhing centipede-like creatures marching toward an oversized door to the northeast. Several old bloodstains spatter the floors and walls of the eastern portion of the chamber. Other than that, it's pretty bare in here.
This isn't ominous.
Yes,
Whose
remember,
blood is this?
we were told the mural was trapped, so please treat that accordingly.
And with that, Wilhelm would like to just have a look around for traps, just in general around the room.
Yeah, you want to have a little search for traps. You're currently only just in the doorway here. Am I going to assume that you're taking a bit of time to have a little wander around and scour the room?
Very carefully just walk around the walls and have a look at everything, trying to touch as little as possible and just try to get a feel for the room, and with his general knowledge that he accumulated over the years, try to look for spots that seem trappable.
Okay, Wilhelm, if you want to go ahead and roll that secret perception check, and because you were aware of what Aradeth had told you, give yourself a +4 to that roll.
Not bad, I will do that.
Would I allow +1 for guidance if I was to guide him along?
This is a perception check, so yeah, this
Yeah,
would work.
okay.
Okay, so that's at a +26. Let's hope it works.
Okay, thank you, Wilhelm. Despite your best efforts, you cannot immediately seem to spot any obvious trap in the room.
And knowing that there is definitely traps around here. Twaps. There is twaps here.
I gotta get those twaps.
Are you hunting
Massive
twap?
He goes toward the rest of the group and says, I think I'm kind of out of it. There's been a lot of fighting today. Can someone help me look? I don't seem to find anything.
I will help.
Yeah, if it's a perception check, I can happily.
Yeah, you can. You can go ahead and roll secret perception checks yourselves to try and find it. Also with +4s.
The issue is we just may not be skilled enough to be able to spot them.
Yeah, but I think if all of us try, that's way better than only one of us try.
I agree. Okay, I've rolled as well secretly.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for those secret perception checks. Again, despite your best efforts, even with +4s, none of you are able to actually see or detect what the trap is.
We shouldn't rule out that there are no traps here.
That is true, but there is a giant pool of blood to the east of this room.
Indeed, but not everything that draws blood is necessarily a trap. I'm not saying it's good news, I'm just saying it's news.
Sure.
So why don't we try moving around the edge of the room? Head to the north, and then we can head for the door that we see.
Exactly, and let's stay away from the blood and hope that that's enough.
Okay, so we've got to hug
Also, there's
the wall.
a lever over there, isn't there? No, that's a lantern.
Yeah. So there is this large door on the northeast, and the mural itself is on the wall here, just to the south of that door on the eastern wall. This chamber, just for our listeners, is a square. It's about a 50-foot square room, and there's columns in a kind of reverse C shape in the middle of the room, overlooking, of course, the Varisian lowlands. So you all pace around the outside of the room. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay, so we get right up to the door here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any obvious padlock or?
There's no obvious padlock. No, that's for sure.
There was, but Craig's taken it off.
Aaron listens at the door.
Aaron, roll a secret perception check.
Okay.
You're pretty sure you don't hear anything at all coming from beyond the door.
Okay. So Aaron opens the door.
Aaron, you attempt to open the door. Fortunately, it is locked.
Oh.
As you do so,
Oh.
appearing out of the mural is a creature that looks like this.
Oh my god! Look at those legs! What the hell is even that?
What the hell is even that?
Oh dear. Jason, want to describe that creature?
That is like if Cerberus was a centipede.
Yes.
That is a very good description.
That's a brilliant description, actually. A 3-headed, gargantuan centipede creature appears out in front of the mural. Luckily, none of you were stood in the spaces there, because that would have been very nasty. But it does still appear as you try to open the door. Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do this now.
It's huge, this thing.
4x4 squares for anyone listening.
Yes, gargantuan creature.
Say 34 for Lupin.
Those legs are really triggering some horrible feelings.
31 for Malachi.
That's a natural 2. That's a 25 for Wilhelm.
Okay. Not great.
Oh, I got a natural 20.
Ooh!
Aaron was very alert this time. 39.
Okay, 39, thank you.
We're all dead.
You guys go ahead. I have something in my nose I need to take care of.
What the hell is this thing?
Are you ready, gentlemen? I think we can start this combat.
Let's go.
We're not getting out alive.
Okay, so this horrible skittling centipede with 3 heads, one clearly dripping acid, one billowing flame, and one crackling with electricity as the fire mouth rears back and unleashes its flame weapon at you. Everybody roll reflex saves, please.
It's gonna suck so bad.
Craig, get ready to be asked this a lot. Is that a death effect?
It might kill you, Wilhelm, but it's not a death effect.
Okay.
Natural 18 for 40 for Lupin.
Oh, 40 is good. That is a pass.
33 for Aaron.
33 is a fail.
34 for Wilhelm.
Is a fail.
40 for Malachi.
Is a pass. So here comes the 16 d6 fire damage.
Oh my god.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
66 points of fire damage.
I take 61. Ha! Fuck you. Encounter broken.
Like half my hit points just gone.
Oh god.
It then rears back its electricity head at you, Lupin.
Okay.
And it's going to attempt to bite you with the shock maw. Here we go.
You're dead.
Oh,
You're
that is a
dead.
natural 19 for a 51 to hit.
That's a miss.
What?
No, that is a critical hit, somewhat surprisingly.
Oh, this is bad. Here comes your critical damage, Lupin. 88 points
me.
of electricity damage.
What to hit?
51 to hit. So, okay, that sucks. Yeah, that's half my HP gone.
That was almost 20 over your AC, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the end of its turn. It's only got 3 actions.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case.
Next up, with a natural 20 for initiative, is Aaron.
Okay, I'm thinking, Wilhelm, should I... oh, hang on a minute. So I could teleport you to the other side of it along with myself, so you've got the flank with Lupin, so we can just try and get its AC down, hopefully.
I'm only gonna go there if you go too.
Yeah, I'm going as well.
Okay.
Okay, let me just measure the distance.
Quick question, Craig. Would it be safe? Would it be reasonable to assume that Lupin and Wilhelm would have their weapons drawn in this unknown territory, expecting some sort of trap?
I think probably not, but I'll tell you what, I'll let you roll a dice for it. If you get higher than a 6, you can have your weapon out.
On what
On a
sort
D6.
of die?
D6.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
On a D20. Okay, so DC 7.
okay.
I'll give you a DC 7 flat roll.
I could have used that on the creature.
What was
That's
that?
19.
A 19?
19,
Okay, then
yeah.
you do have your weapon drawn, Phil.
Okay, nice. Lupin, roll, Lupin.
Lupin
I won't
wouldn't
be
have had
so
his,
generous next
Lupin
time.
wouldn't have had his weapon drawn.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Jason.
Because he's juggling
Man, now I
it.
feel like an ass.
Because his arm's just been bitten off.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
Okay,
All right,
so
Aaron.
I'm going to use an action to expand the reach of my spell, and then Aaron casts Collective Transposition. Both him and Wilhelm disappear, and I can bring... I'm just thinking I can leave you two on the other side. I can bring one extra person, I think, as well. If anyone wants to come over to the other side, but I don't want to leave one person alone by themselves.
I don't think that's a good idea, yeah.
So I'm going to just move Aaron. He's going to go a bit further to the other edge of the room, slightly hidden by this column, and Wilhelm will appear right to the other side of the worm, so he gets this caterpillar. What is it?
Centipede. Yep.
Centipede, yeah.
Couldn't think of the word.
Caterpillar. That's a pretty rad. God, imagine what the butterfly would look like.
Just a very friendly caterpillar.
Before we do this, I know it's slightly metagamey, but I'm pretty sure the bounce is already against us. This thing has 3 heads. Generally, stuff with multiple heads can't be flanked from multiple positions.
But it will stop area of effect stuff.
Yeah, that's my other kind of reason for doing it. Was
yes, it's up to you, mate. It's your stuff. But if we're low on spell slots, we could get the same effect by just moving.
I think that's Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just thought I'd shout it out.
Just in that specific spell rank, I don't have really very much else that would be helpful. So
I just realized it might have been good for Wilhelm to stay on the other side to try and, pick the lock as quick as possible for us to just close the door behind us. What's it gonna do? Follow us?
Well, if there's more monsters in the other room, I guess, then
50-50, we either die or we don't.
Well, that's the situation we're in now. So
yeah, okay. That's true. That's true.
Okay, I'm gonna carry on with it. So
the spell was
collective transposition.
Okay, and you can drop Wilhelm off in a different, because he was 5 feet away from you. You can kind of drop him off on the way, can you?
It's in an emanation.
Got it. Okay. All right. So Wilhelm and Aaron teleport to the other side of the centipede. Is that 3 actions for that?
Yeah, because I used an extra action to expand my reach.
Right. Okay, yep. All right, thank you, Aaron. Lupin, yes, your arm is hanging off, having been ravaged and burnt. You are 5 feet away from the centipede. What do you do?
Well, I think first things first, Lupin is going to draw his sword cane, and then he is going to attempt to exploit vulnerability on the creature.
Okay.
So that will be
Go ahead and roll your esoteric lore check.
I will. That's a natural 14. That is a success. I recall an important fact about the creature, learning its highest weakness. Guess what, guys? It's got no fucking weaknesses. So, yeah, I get a massive 8 bonus damage to any of my attacks.
I can tell you, with that roll, I'll give you its name. It is called a Mukradi. Mukradi.
Wonderful. I know what to put on Lupin's fucking gravestone.
Your party do.
Yeah. And then for his third and final action, Lupin is going to move away to the left and behind one of the columns, taking cover.
Do you take the take cover action? Or are you just going to use it as natural cover?
I'm using it as natural cover.
Okay. That brings us to Malachi's turn. Malachi, you are 15 feet away from the centipede on the other side to now where Wilhelm and Aaron are. Oh, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
This thing is probably bigger than anything you've seen in your entire life.
I know, and I am shitting it.
I should say, you can all safely assume this thing has got major reach, just looking at the size of it even. Do you know what I mean?
I'm assuming that, it's going to... Anything that size is going to have at least 10 feet, if not considerably more.
I would assume just from the size, 15 feet.
Yeah.
That would be a very safe assumption.
And it's not a big room anyway, so...
It's surely not going to be scared of me if I pump out something. I don't want to be in its range.
Can we trap it in the Can we trap it in the planar mansion?
Oh, that's...
I mean, did you take all of that, Matty?
I think Lupin did.
I've got it.
Let it gorge on the 24 Miltons.
Just checking how long it takes to cast, actually.
Oh my god, so we can instruct all of the servants to beckon it in because they're not real, so they could just be making themselves look even more appetizing, covering themselves in olive oil and seasoning.
Look at me,
it goes through the door,
sire.
We close it.
It now lives there.
It's just so crazy it might work.
I don't think so. But
I really don't think so. You can
Malachi runs behind the pole, scared out of his wits, kind of withering a little tune. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be just fine. And casts Courageous Anthem.
Love that song.
To make sure that we're all good. And he has one action remaining.
Crying is a free action.
Crying is a free action. I guess I don't have to see the creature to try a bon mot, but he's not going to understand me. Screw it.
Can't you try it at least?
I'm going to try it because I haven't got anything else to do, so screw it.
Oh my god. Are you Googling centipede puns right now?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. What do you get if you cross a centipede with a parrot? A walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
It's not even funny.
The centipede is not amused.
Join the club.
And also doesn't speak.
You don't even get to roll. Be happy it doesn't understand what you're saying.
I mean, that's a very good roll, but it doesn't speak, buddy. Doesn't speak a language, so I'm not sure that works, does it?
No, I don't think.
No. Okay, well, thank you, Malachi. So you soothe, you move, and then you bon mot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you check if it has to understand it, because that was a really good roll, but unfortunately...
It does have to, yeah.
Okay, fine. All right, thank you for that. Let's move to the bottom of round 1. 5 feet away from it is Wilhelm Krongard.
Wilhelm, seeing all of his friends retreat and take cover, is gonna shake off his fears and realize, okay, this is my moment to shine, and he shouts over his shoulder, if you want to run, I'm right behind you. Just I'm gonna try to distract it for a minute. Ooh. And he attempts to with his first action, of course, enter his dueling stance.
Okay.
With his second action, he's gonna attempt to strike the very hungry caterpillar over here. With a natural 7, that's a 36 to hit.
That is a miss, Wilhelm.
Oh my fucking god.
Would you like to hero point your roll?
Actually, sure, why not? Why not?
Okay.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Here comes a second natural 7. Strap in.
Natural 6.
I
Wilhelm. Can't remember a single time in this campaign where a hero point did anything for me.
The poor player's defeated.
And for his last action, he attempts to basically make himself a bigger target by using his special feint that gives the opponent a -2 to hit against him. So he kind of tries to lure it into him by, jumping in front of it and trying to distract it from the others who are trying to get away.
All right.
That is a natural 3. That's a 28 against its perception DC.
Yeah, that's also a fail, Wilhelm.
Yeah, okay. So nothing happens.
Wilhelm is shook.
And as I said, Wilhelm just shouts to the others, if you want to make a run for it, I'm going to be running right behind you. And that's his turn.
It's the top of round 2. It's the Mukradi's turn. Wilhelm, you are just 5 feet away. It's going to use an ability called Pull Apart. As first of all, the acid head rears up against you to strike.
I can't see any of this as well.
Bites down on you, Wilhelm, with a 39 to hit.
Is a hit.
Okay, here's your acid damage. That's 45 points of acid damage.
Not bad.
9 and 10 on 2d12 there.
Not bad.
It then rears up with the shockmaw and attempts to bite you as well. With a natural 1.
Yeah.
That is a critical fail, so Wilhelm will attempt a counterattack.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Natural 6 again.
Oh, no.
Awful.
Fucking hell, man.
And misses.
We need to go.
It has got 1 action left, so it's going to whip out with its tail against Aaron. This will be at its lowest attack penalty, though. You see this huge stinging tail come whipping out at you, Aaron. They 36 to hit.
No! Yeah, it slams into Aaron and he hits the back of the wall. That is a hit.
Whoa, with this massive tail, and deals another 35 points of damage.
Ouch.
Are you still up?
I am.
Yeah.
Jesus, okay.
We need to leave.
Thanks for that.
It is Aaron's turn.
We have not put a single point of damage into this creature, and we're already fucked. We need to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, make a run for it. I'm right behind you.
You better be.
Jesus. Oh my god.
So Aaron is going to cast Warp Step, which is something I've not used before. It is a cantrip, and when I walk, the earth warps beneath my feet. My steps extend distance contracts and everything is just a little bit closer. So it gives me a plus 5 foot status bonus to my move speed, and I get to stride twice.
Very cool.
So I can move up to 60 feet for 2 actions, which gets me right to the edge.
That's a really nice spell, that is.
It's just a strictly better double stride, basically. Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, very nice warp step. So 60 feet gets you to the top of the rope, I guess?
Yes, and then for his third and final action, he turns and starts rappelling down the rope, just keeping eyes on the group as they disappear from view.
You will see Aaron's little head descend down the rope. Lupin Malice, you are up.
Okay, so Lupin sees Aaron go, and he shouts to Malachi and to Wilhelm, "Go! Go! We need to leave now!" And instead of running, Lupin draws a scroll from his belt and begins to cast demon form.
Lupin.
How many actions is that, Jace?
That is 3 actions total, so 1 to draw, 2 to cast.
And what happens?
Lupin begins to change. His head starts to elongate, and 2 enormous wings sprout from his back.
Ooh.
And he starts to take on almost bird-like features. Lupin has taken the spell effect demon form Vrock.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rock lobster.
Yes.
Rock lobster.
There it is. That's the title.
We have to cut that from the episode so we can use it as the title.
But that means you're still in the room, I'm assuming.
I am still in the room, but this is hopefully an insurance policy of sorts.
Lupin turns into a Vrock. I wonder if he's sort of still Lupin, but he's just got Vrock traits. What do you reckon? Sort of, or does he go full Vrock?
Yeah.
I think it's like when an actor goes into like prosthetics. So you're like, it's Colin Farrell under that, but he looks completely different.
So just on that, you gain a fly speed of 35 feet. You gain resistance 10 to electricity. You do also gain a beak attack.
Wait, that thing looks like one of the BDSM vultures.
Yes, it does indeed.
Yeah.
They're cool creatures, Vrock. I love them.
When I googled Vrock PF2E, one of the first images that came up was of Vrock with the face of Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
All right, Lupin, still in the room, but now with wings and in demon form. Malachi, you're up.
Malachi turns his head and looks at Lupin as he's turned into this thing. And goes, okay. And okay. and bolts out the door.
Okay.
For 2 actions, and Aaron sits on Aaron's head.
Sits on it. Oh, you start descending the ladder as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Wilhelm. With your 14 hit points, what do you do?
Wilhelm, seeing that Lupin hasn't moved an inch.
You wouldn't have seen him though.
So he.
Oh yeah,
he didn't see him run by.
Yeah. Okay.
So Wilhelm will not run to the rope. Instead, he will
screaming to go. To be fair.
Yes, but Wilhelm is not going to leave you here to die. So he is going to run sort of in the way between the rope and the centipede.
Well,
and with his last 2 actions, he's going to draw his greater healing potion and drink it.
Oh god. Wilhelm.
I have a way to get out of here. I just need you guys to be out of here first.
Okay.
It's the McCraddy's turn. What healing did you get?
Hold on, let me just roll that. 37 points of healing.
Oh, that's very low.
No.
So low.
I told you guys to get the fuck out of here. I'm right behind you.
We are getting out of here.
You are not getting out of here, so I'm not getting out of here either.
Why do you think I can fly?
I just need 2 actions to get out of here. It's fine.
You have 2 actions!
Yeah, but I'm not gonna leave here with Lupin still in the room, ready to die.
He's not
If
gonna
there's
die.
no-
I'm going to die. I've got...
If there's 2 people here, no matter what happens, one can pick the other up.
Unless the other is literally already dead, in which case the other person has to spend actions picking them up.
Yeah, but that's a problem for future us.
The firehead of the centipede, Wilhelm, is only 5 feet away, staying in the room. Malachi and Aaron out of sight, heading down the rope. Lupin in demon form. Wilhelm is right there. The firemouth rears up and attempts to bite you.
That's a miss.
With a 47 to hit.
I was kidding. That's a crit. Fucking hell. Fuck you.
I told you.
That is 98 points of fire damage.
How many points of damage is that?
I'll say it again. 98 points of fire
No,
damage.
you're lying. I just took 93 because I have a resistance against fire. Once again, I'm breaking this encounter. Yeah, Wilhelm is dying.
2.
To be fair, Lupin would have gone into dying from this as well, so I just saved your life.
Yeah, but he's going out of the room.
That's its first
Lupin
action.
would have been hit by this.
We don't know that's what it would have done. I'm in cover.
Creature skittles up to the north, sees Lupin in demon form, and lashes out with the tail. With a natural 20.
Oh
Jesus
my
fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ.
No fucking way.
Show it to me, please, Rachel.
What the hell is even that?
Here comes the critical damage from the tail lash.
Don't leave me with Malachi.
Don't leave me with Malachi.
68 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, that hurts, but I'm alive.
Oh, that is good.
No. I'm gonna jump out the fucking window.
Aaron is outside of the room descending the rope, unaware that Wilhelm is now at dying 2 after an almighty hit from the Mukradi. And the curtain comes down.
Oh, don't do this, man! Don't do this! Jason, you can complain all you want. Wilhelm wouldn't leave Lupin here alone to die.
You've been listening to Describe Your Kill, The Death of Destiny. Find out more at describeyourkill.com. Thank you to Paizo, Michael Gelfi, Creator Chord, Sirenscape, Kevin McLeod, Foundry, and Sigil Services. Get all the links on our website. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.